It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Steve.
I don't know what came over me. And at one point
This is blowing my mind. I know I'm laughing, but my laughter is because of my just sheer mind-blownness.
You should laugh because the group of bros in front of me. So that's my conversation.
Okay.
Me talking to a man in his 50s about his
name?
And that is a great question.
And Kyle.
Now, granted, this is a country singer-songwriter show. There's probably not a lot of wild antics going on.
Not Wild Antics, Steve, but the crowd you would expect in 2026 for one of those type of shows. So if you like really high-sitting hats and shirts that say things like, I heart t's and turbos, and...
Live on tape from APS 3 point whatever, it's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
It's your kind of event right there.
I was...
Biddies and turbos.
For the second Friday in a row, I was out and about late last night.
What?
And I got to tell you,
Who are you?
I am not better for it today.
You feeling it?
Last
Feeling it
week,
today? Okay.
last week was a little bit of showmanship on my end. I'll peek behind the curtain.
Okay.
I was not 100% after that concert, but I was not like devastated, exhausted, etc.
Sure.
Do you feel it at our age when you're out late or you're doing something that's not the norm?
Yeah.
Sure. But this morning, I'm dragging. And
I'm so curious.
I need to know.
Because you went to a concert,
Yep.
and even though you enjoyed the concert, you hated the concert experience.
Yeah. Listening to his music this week, humming along as I was, walking around the block with the dogs, humming along to old Sammy B. And remembering the good times with me and my friend.
Again, your friend's name?
Boyne, because that was on his hat.
Boyne. Like the mountain.
5 letters right on the front of his hat. I'm assuming that's his name.
Sure,
I don't know
yeah.
why else you'd wear that on. Just like you. I'm sitting across from my podcast partner, the North Face.
Or, I mean, you know me. I always wear shirts with my name on them.
Of course. Listen.
If you follow along with our social media, it would appear that way.
Yeah, you've got that beautiful shirt from someone on staff that has Steve on both sleeves and on the front and on the back.
Yeah, just in case. So no matter what angle you're looking at me at.
Yeah.
You know,
What would it take to get you to wear that to Boston? Not even to Boston. Out. Just out of your house.
Should I wear it to work one day and see how long it takes before one of my coworkers says, "Hey, Steve, why do you have that shirt on?"
I don't want to get too far away because I'm not realizing I have questions for you when I pulled into the Zach this morning. But last night it was, and it's something that I think I'm going to make it my effort here in the next few months to get you to come along. It's been mentioned before.
Okay.
And it's been dismissed just as quickly as it's been mentioned.
All right. Well, I'm coming into this with, an open mind.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Because what would it take to get you to come along to poker night,
Oh,
Steve?
God, no chance in hell. Nope. No way. Don't care. Don't want to do it.
Let me ask you, what now you've answered that way every single time I've asked.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And will continue to.
So can I ask you what's the anti-poker sentiment? What are you like so uninterested about? Because for me, it's mostly just a gathering of people to hang out with, right?
That I like. That aspect of it, I think I would love. I actually posted something on my Instagram story the other day that perfectly described my hate for things like that. And it was just these people standing out in a field, and all of them were just doing these like wild, crazy dances, like not in step with each other. It wasn't like a flash mob or anything. Like one guy's
flailing, and
one guy's doing the tango, and the other guy's like doing the cha-cha. Like nobody's matching each other. And the caption was something like, "My mind when somebody starts explaining rules to a game."
Okay,
and that was so perfect. Like that was the best I could have visualized what my brain does when someone starts explaining a game. Now, I understand that poker is
played poker before.
I've played before.
Texas Hold'em poker. You're familiar with the rules. You get 2 cards. There's 5. You make your best 5-card hand, right? You're familiar?
It is. I could vaguely stumble through a game.
Really?
Yes, but and I've talked about this 100 times. My brain struggles enough when I have to worry about what I have in my hands.
Okay.
But as soon as you factor in like, okay, well, I got a king and a jack and a 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's hard enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have to say, well, if I have that means Kyle could have this.
Okay.
And if he has that, what does Joe have?
Right.
And wait, oh man, now if Joe has that, and I have to try and figure out what your strategy is.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to figure out what my strategy is, it sucks all of the joy out of it for me. So like, I like games where I'm just like, I'm on my own.
Oh, sure. So like you'll sit at home, you'll play Connect 4 by yourself. You'll
yes.
You'll make a hopscotch.
Connect 4. That's where this country went bad, right after Connect 4.
I'll put it on the poll, is Connect 4 the Geniuses game? So your fear of going to a poker night is that the person across from you is the Zach Galifianakis meme from The Hangover, right? Where all of the equations are going through his head. Meanwhile, yours is like a 3-clawed troll dragging an orange crayon behind him.
I'm looking at the cards like, wow, the king has a nice shirt on.
Because you've been to a casino before, and I'm assuming you've gambled a little bit there for fun or while you're there.
If I'm at a casino, I'll sit down at a slot machine, and even slot machines, they could be ripping me off every single time, and I'm like, okay,
could be
okay. But I could pull that lever and get 3 cherries or whatever, and it could say, "Sorry, you don't win because the lights aren't blue," and I'd be like, okay.
That just makes sense.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, blue light?
Blue light bad, right?
Some guy just smoking a cigarette, just shaking his head at
you. Those things, it just...
That takes me aback because you have the mind of someone who you can look at it. You look at your Jeep Comanche, you look at vehicles, you look at things like that, and you're able to deduce and kind of break down and figure out what you need to do to reach your goal, right? Your plan of attack.
I think I'm good at problem solving, figuring out the path forward. But there's something about whenever there's an unknown that I don't have control over, that's when I stress about it. Like I stress about it and it makes me immediately shut down and not be interested.
And that's, I got to tell you that's a bit, that takes me back a bit because this is something that, when I say casual, I mean hyper casual. There's there's a TV on with whatever sporting event of the day is on. Usually the host, Kevin, a lovely host by the way, will cook up some type of food. Last night he had bacon wrapped little hot dogs and some type of dip in the in the crock pot, and it's a laid back affair with a total buy-in of $20 total.
No.
So
that would be like me, I would get more joy out of taking a $20 bill out of my pocket, pulling out a lighter, lighting it on fire, and then acting like I'm a magician going poof, and it would just be gone.
I also it's 25 cents and 50 cents every time it comes around your end of the table. Other than that, you don't have to do anything.
I know. See, you're going to think that this is crazy because that is the other aspect of it that I don't like.
Okay.
Because best case scenario, I walk out of there with like $60, $70, $80.
I would say that would be outside of the best case scenario, like by a degree or two. That would be just outside.
So the stakes aren't high enough.
Oh, really?
So for me, it's like I don't want to just give away $20.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to compete, I want it to be for more.
Because I would have thought that me expressing the level of casualness that this poker night entails would be what is more endearing about it, rather than the idea of my brother with sunglasses and a hat pulled over his eyes so nobody can read his facial expressions, betting $8 a hand.
Oh boy.
Right. Which doesn't happen because it's, again, we're playing such small stakes and we're more there to socialize and hang out. So this is for the years of this podcast that have been spent very, very clearly and fairly pointing out, I don't like being around people. Mm-hmm. This jarring response by you to an invite, to a casual hangout with some other guys.
No, can't think of anything I'd want to do less.
Nothing?
No, nothing.
Wow. Well, you know what?
You know something? Let me know. Who? Go around the table. Who's there?
Yeah. So it's my brother Robert.
Oh God. No offense.
Yeah. Up until we played this year, but I don't think we played much at all last year. Cy Nolan Ryan Young.
Okay, I haven't seen Cy in months, maybe years at this point.
Host of The Gathering, Kevin, which I'm assuming you've seen these people at other, whether it be at things that we've both been at. However,
not Kevin baseball, not softball Kevin.
No,
okay.
Nope. Former softball team sponsor Adam was there.
Sims
was not there last night, but was there most of the time. For a couple of friends I used to work with, John and Jake.
Don't like them.
My friend Matt, who who's been showing up to poker. I've been playing poker with since we were 14 years old.
Matt from down the street.
I've been, him and I started with gambling and with pennies, while other 15 to 18 year olds were trying to have relations with women. Mm-hmm. We were gambling pennies in my friend's basement.
And using the proceeds to buy the bra and the Altezza taillights for your Cavalier.
For the inevitable, well, now I got to get the chicks moment, which was the bra and the Euro taillights on my 99 Cavalier 2-door. God, lovely car.
White, right? White.
White.
I think your mom actually sent me a picture of it.
She found them on she had found some, probably with the bra, but probably just after I freshly washed it and waxed it.
Yeah, you were proud of that machine.
Because if there's one thing the hot girl in school's going to do, it's go run the back of her fingers along the trim of the car to make sure it's freshly waxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's basically the plot to any late 90s, early 2000s teen movie.
It really is. And there's some 80s rock song playing while she strolls across the screen in slow-mo. No question.
She, of course, Tara Reid.
Yeah. And that is what I anticipated happening, was Tara Reid sliding like a Dukes of Hazzard across the hood of my 1999 white Chevrolet Cavalier with the bra in the front.
We got to put AI to work designing that.
I'll make sure that it's Tara Reid adjacent, so we don't get any C and D's. We don't need that on our little podcast.
Yeah, Reid, but REED. Because I think she was REID.
Yeah,
or is.
So it's like Tara Reid, but like, and I don't know why, it's like more of a golfer vibe with REED. As the last, I'll post that in the poll as well. Okay. Is Tara Reid more of a golfer than the actress?
Yes.
But yeah, I got to tell you, that's a little bit surprising. I figured when I stuck my neck out a few months ago, and I thought, you know what? I wonder if Steve would like to hang out.
Because still no. I'm just, every time you bring it up, I have to make sure to shoot it down. So I don't want to give you false hope.
What would it take? Not poker related then. What would it be where I said, hey, 7 to 9 of us, hanging out, bring some beers. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some food. Yeah. What would the event have to be to where you know me, you know my brother, you're adjacent to a couple of the others, but it's not like you would feel out of place or anything.
What would it take?
What type of event would it take for you to be like, I'd do that on a Friday night?
Okay. Literally anything else in the whole world. That's how much I dislike card games.
This is, I really am having a struggle with you kind of lumping in poker with whatever you want to call like one of the world's most okay, we're going to shuffle these 4 times. You get 6, you get 5, you get 4, but then you pass one around the right unless you get the reversey whoopsie.
I am so aggravated at what you just did.
Would you like to play reversey whoopsie with me then?
No. Annette and I, because Annette loves those games. She loves like the strategy type, okay, we're working as a group and we're trying to get across the river and you got to do this and that.
I love them too.
And
we played them here at this house.
I know. And it was right before Christmas. She saw that there was like an actual board game, like card game, Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. Yeah.
I never know if it's Oregon or Oregon.
I feel like they would tell you differently no matter what. Like, because you guys used to have an affiliate out there. Did you ever have?
Medford.
Oh, you do.
Medford, Oregon.
Did you have? There's been no like feedback or anything. You guys are. Could you either enunciate it, which would be Oregon, but that seems so wrong.
Well, see, my issue is when I'm thinking about the state, I think Oregon. But when I'm thinking about the game, for some reason, I want to say Oregon Trail. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but
we digress. Yeah.
So Annette saw that you could get the board game version of that game that I was just telling you about, and I went to, or I was like, oh, that would be a fun little last minute Christmas gift for her. But it wasn't. It was too late to order it to have it shipped to the house. I was like, all right. I looked up. Different like gaming stores in our area.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know there's like 25 of those places?
Yes, I did, Steve.
That you can go into and buy packs of whatever cards and like a 6-foot tall dragon and all of this stuff. Well, I called, I think 15 of them or so.
Yeah.
One afternoon.
Boy.
Finally found one place that had them. Of course, it was at the mall, so I had to go to the mall like 2 days before Christmas.
Oh, my God. So you were right out of like a 90s, family rom-com movie where, you're somehow Arnold Schwarzenegger with your bag getting flown into the air and the one gift you need is it flies away.
Yeah, and I trip over an elf or something. Yeah. So we go there, and I pick it up, bring it back, wrap it up, and she opens it. She loves it. She's excited about it. And then we were up at her parents' house for a couple of days, so we brought the game with us. We're like, oh, this would be fun. We'll play it. And man, just trying to figure out the rules of this thing, it makes me angry when someone is trying to explain something to me that, maybe I don't get, but they just keep repeating the same thing. Like, no, you have to do this and this and this. And I'm like, what? No, you have to do this and this and this. I'm like, this is sucking all of the fun out of it for me. Like when people don't understand that I don't understand, that's one of the most maddening things in the world to me. And it wasn't until I talked about it on both this podcast and the radio show that I realized I'm not the only one. I know that right now there are people saying, preach. I know exactly what you mean. One of our good friend Leanne, she responded to that story that I posted the other day. And she was like, yes, thank you. I feel heard. I feel seen. Because she said that there's a Michigan-centric card game called Euchre. I think it's like Michigan, Wisconsin. It's very Midwest. It's a very Midwest game. Yeah. And she said, yes, thank you. I've been taught how to play Euchre 400 times, and I still don't get it. And I said, yeah, but the difference is...
Steve... That's user error.
The difference is you're still trying. I'm just saying, I don't even want to learn how to play it. So if you had a euchre night, that's the only thing that would be below a poker night for me.
And I'm thinking out loud of 2 nights that I would want to engage in more than a poker night and a euchre night.
Yeah.
And I can't, because the other thing I was doing while not having relations with the opposite sex as a teenager was playing euchre.
Kyle, I can't help notice that you brought something with you. You bring some show and tell today?
I did, Steve. All right. This kind of, and I kind of feel bad because this is one of those weeks where when I look at what we have written down and I see an absolute laundry list of things that have been on my mind and your mind. There was something that on my mind when I drove in that I needed to follow up on.
Is it about the goings on?
Oh, it is because I think I shouldn't say concerns because I don't care, but we'll get to that before we wrap up today because I don't want to leave that on a hanger.
No, we can't. I mean, people are just waiting.
I want to ask what do you do and how do you handle what I guess would call an impulse purchase? So for me, it's online. Like I work on my computer, not my computer, but I work on a computer, and just being alive, you see it's social media stuff. That for me is where I get suckered in. I'll see an ad for. I did it. Well, you're staring at one right here.
Okay, so this is an impulse buy.
And I also did one just yesterday of a T-shirt that I can't close my drawers because I have too many T-shirts.
Right.
But I saw one yesterday. Like, why? I need that one.
Gotta have that.
Click.
That's the keystone.
And Thursday,
to the collection.
Thursday, I was on another site with a possible impulse purchase to buy another baseball jersey. So I am a sucker and a real some of the moment, right? What's the expression?
Yeah,
prisoner of the moment.
Yeah.
When I see things, I'm like, well, I know I'm 39. I don't know how I've lived this long without it.
Can't let somebody else get this before me.
This is one of those things sitting next to me here today.
All right.
So I don't regret. I'm going to say right off the top, I do not regret this purchase.
Okay.
And it's not like a guessing game or anything. I'm going to hand you the box and you can look at it. But I got it. I received it in the mail yesterday. And I don't know what the hell to do with it.
As evidenced by it still sitting in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had it still set like on our shoe rack, which is in our garage.
Yeah.
And that area of the shoe rack, when there's like a box there.
Is that the shoe rack you built yourself?
You're darn right, Steve. That's right into the wall. You know what's not collapsed? That shoe rack.
It's got those chrome shoes on it.
That's the best DIY I've ever done, is that shoe rack.
I don't know. You built that shelf for the comics, right? That one held up pretty well.
The bookshelf.
Yeah.
No, the regular bookshelf looks fine. The shoe rack gets more use.
Okay.
I mean, the bookshelf is loaded with books and DVDs. But the shoe rack, I mean, you're talking day to day.
Yeah.
Okay. And we went cheap. So we bought that wood that, like the super gritty, how would they call it? Like rough cut.
Oh, yeah. It's like the press wood.
Which I didn't plan on that. I just saw the cheapest wood and I bought it.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, hey, they're not going to slide down or anything. I look like a genius.
Yeah.
When really,
that's
I was
what
just
people
being
are saying.
a cheap idiot.
Anyway.
And I think fine line between cheap idiot
and
genius. I'll post that in the poll as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand this over to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to need your help on one, what the hell do I do with this now?
All right.
And two, do you have anything like this that has, maybe you've seen it, maybe you've come across it, where you thought, and not exactly like this, but an impulse purchase where maybe you thought better of it. Maybe you didn't.
I mean, I'm sure that I have plenty of... Okay, wow, it's got some weight
It
to
is.
it.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I was going to say, there's definitely things that I've purchased, and then by the time they show up at the house, I had forgotten that I had ordered them, and I think, what the hell am I going to do with this? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know that there are some.
Right.
All right, so you want me to go in?
Yeah, dig in. I think I put the paper on top so you can. It'll be kind of a 2-in-1 for you there to be able to.
Certificate of authentic. Oh boy,
it's authentic. What do you mean, oh boy? Like that's the most valuable part of that package.
This document certifies that the hardwood flooring contained herein is a piece of the original basketball court from the 2000 men's basketball NCAA Final Four and from the Breslin Student Events Center from 2000 to 2016. This court was originally part of the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana for the 2000 NCAA men's basketball national semifinals and championship games. On this floor, Michigan State University won the national title on April 3rd, 2000 with a final score, Michigan State 89, Florida
76?
76.
Yeah.
That's right.
How could you forget?
Just making
Spirit
sure.
of 76. That's what they say.
I'm not sure that's what that was. After the 2000 championship, the court was acquired by Michigan State University, refinished, and installed in the Breslin Center, where it was the home court of both the men's and women's basketball teams from 2000 to 2016. For years, this basketball court saw the hopes and dreams of students, coaches, and fans who all believe in the magic of the MSU Spartans.
So,
at the conclusion of the 2015-2016 season,
than I remember,
the court was carefully removed and preserved in 9x9 sections, 9-inch by 9-inch sections. Each section is an authentic piece of Spartan basketball history.
There's a good chance.
Authenticated by Cynthia A. Gehring, Director, University Archives and Historical Collections, Michigan State University.
There is a
11/19/18 was the date.
There's a good chance, Steve, that there has been some of the premier Michigan State athletes sweat right on that piece of wood. So what you're holding is, as described, a 9-inch by 9-inch.
That's some nice wood.
Section of hardwood that was used for the better part of 16 years.
It's got a little bow to it.
Maybe that's why they finally moved on from it, right?
Bounce the ball.
So
flies off the side.
That comes across my social media algorithm.
Okay.
That the university surplus store is selling these.
Okay.
And so I go to their website expecting I'll go look, but there's no way, that's an authentic floor of a national champion, Steve. That's going to be easily
some years ago.
That's going to be easily $300, right? For a piece of that floor.
Oh, okay. So now we're playing the game of, because what I'm thinking is this worth it? And my answer is solely based on price paid, including shipping to your house.
And granted, it's not like the audience of you, a transport from the East Coast who is not a known, massive sports fan. So the audience of one to get my answer here is not perfect, but it's what I have this morning.
That was an interesting way to insult me.
In lieu of asking your sick daughter or your toddler son, you're what I have. So
appreciate that. Thank you.
If this were, let's say, a 4x4 section of the Philadelphia Eagles field from when they won the Super Bowl 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something not apples to apples, but same idea, right? So I go to the website thinking I'm going to go glance because I wonder, can you pick the section, anything like that?
Right, because they're all so different, I'm sure.
And I will say this: I was too late to the game because I would have paid, or I wanted to pay for a piece that had
green and white on it,
the line,
or
the out of bounds lines.
Yep.
And
but I would bet that they probably go first.
They were gone. So when I ask you if you had to guess what I paid for this 9-inch by 9-inch segment of national championship hardwood floor,
and they put a nice chamfer on the edge too.
Yeah, they even put they even put the little rubber pad or the felt pads on the bottom so I could set it down.
Honestly, it looks
and step on it. I guess
like it's in perfectly good shape. I don't know why they didn't just keep using it.
I do think there's timelines on those things, and there dead spots on parts of floor that happen. So, what would something like that? What would it take for you to say, "Well, I've got to pull the trigger"?
For me to buy this, all right, I'll put a top end on it. Shipped to my door, I'm paying, I would say, no more than $40.
Okay,
$40 shipped. I think you got me. I'm buying.
You would pony up for a team of your that had a special place in your heart,
something equivalent,
right?
Yeah.
So like
the half pipe that Matt Hoffman did his first 900 on.
Yeah. Or like a piece of a Comanche that blew out on one of those sand races from some hillbilly in the 1990s.
Yeah. That's right up there.
Hey, that right there is Thomas Sawyer's Comanche tailgate. They cut it up into pieces.
Tailgate? Oh, no fool would cut up a tailgate.
Oh, they wouldn't.
Those things are so hard to come by. Come on, you fool.
$6.25 to ship that. And for the price.
Wait, $6.25.
Yes,
to ship it. Okay.
Which, by the way, I know
that's a good deal.
I know. I really feel when I received it, I thought, did they lose money on the shipping end of this? Because the weight on that alone would cause it to be in whatever next tier.
Smart of them to find a box, and I would assume that they cut the floor based on the availability of box sizes.
Rather than have to go make their own packaging and figure it out.
Right.
So that 9x9 square, Steve, set me back a grand total shipped to my doorstep in a matter of 3 days.
You keep scaring the hell out of me with your wording because first you said $625 to ship it, and I thought you meant $625.
Oh yeah, no.
And then you said a grand, and I thought you meant this was $1,000.
$31.25, Steve.
That's a great purchase right there. Good job.
So let me ask you though, what the hell do I do with it now?
Oh, I mean, the choice is clear.
Uh-huh.
You use it as a hot plate when you're cooking. Like, when you got to take a frying pan off the stove and put another frying pan on, so you need a place to put the first frying pan right there.
What I thought about for about 20 seconds before realizing I have no capability to do this was some type of custom-made shadow box to where I could display that, and then next to it or below it, the certificate, so people wouldn't have to go, hey, what the hell's that thing? They could just read that like you did.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
We got a 3D printer over there.
Oh, yes, we do.
Why don't we 3D print a bunch of little basketball player figurines?
Okay. So we could make it like a little... okay.
It'll be a mini court.
Yeah.
And then if we like the way that turns out, we can build a whole Breslin Center around it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be on one of those like fan blogs in like 6 years after having spent thousands of dollars on the world's dumbest setup ever.
Right. You'll be showing, they'll say, hey man, let's see your whole setup. And it'll have one of those magnifying glasses on an arm similar to a mic arm that has like the lights on it, and it's gonna be you with a little pair of tweezers, putting the number on the back of Magic Johnson's jersey. Because of course he'd be on the court.
Yeah. So I was talking to a friend last night, again at poker, the communal gathering with friends.
Oh, barf.
About this. And my question for you is, am I a prisoner of the moment? Do you see things, maybe not, obviously not apples to apples, but do you see things like this where you're like, oh God, I feel like I really need this. And you pull the trigger, because we were reminiscing last night while you ruminate on if you could relate, because I kind of need to feel better about this, about a very similar thing 10 years ago, where he said, yeah, do you remember when we were trying to buy seats from the Joe Louis Arena when they blew that building up to build whatever, but they made it, there was pickup only. And we weren't going to go drive 6 hours to go pick up a row of 3 chairs and put it in the back of a truck and drive home.
Yeah.
But there I was remembering that 3 days after my Michigan State Spartans were, into the Sweet 16 of the NCAA basketball tournament. This comes across my timeline. It's the basketball court and my team's in it.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here reminiscing last night, a day after I'm looking for a baseball jersey of a Detroit Tiger who debuted 1 day ago, and mere hours after I bought a T-shirt that came across my algorithm that I thought was unique enough that I determined I needed for the same baseball player. Am I alone in being just a total sucker? Like, am I what this is created for? Like, they know they got me?
God, I would love to mock you for this. I really would. But the whole idea of seats from the arena, or I remember when they imploded Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, they did the same thing. They auctioned off all the seats. You could go and buy a seat for, I don't know, $50, $100, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it then. Same thing when they knocked down the Spectrum in Philadelphia, which is where the Flyers used to play. That was where I saw so many hockey games when I was a kid. The Vet, I saw so many baseball games there. I am totally on board. $30, $31. This is a hell of a purchase.
Thank you.
This is a great purchase.
Yes.
One in the win column.
And I don't know what to do with it when I get home. So I'm going to have, I really was thinking of something to display that wherever, whether it be in the garage. I have another random Michigan State piece, like a canvas thing in the garage that's Michigan State related. It would work out there. But outside of me just taking like a 4-inch nail and nailing it through the center against my garage wall, I'm kind of at a loss right now.
Okay, well, I think the choice is obvious. You got to build a man cave.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, a place to get away from the old ball and chain.
Hey, you hen, enough clucking.
You don't get to come in this room.
I'm headed downstairs, listening to Foreigner and staring at my wall wood.
See, you should have bought enough where we could have replaced the floor in this room.
Oh my God.
With this, let's see, this is 9 by 9. Okay, this room's like 10 feet by 9 feet. Let's do the math. How much for 90 square feet of this?
Stand by. Because they have quantity.
Okay.
And it ain't telling me to stop.
Keep going.
I'm at 30.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming...
Well, how many square feet is this? What's 9 inches by 9 inches?
Well, 1 square foot would be, oh boy,
144 square inches. So this is roughly, this is a little more than half. So we would need
60. I mean, worst case scenario, we just start going up the wall with it.
I don't know. I feel like we're doing our math wrong.
Yeah. Let me just add 30 to the cart.
Okay.
And that brings us to a nice clean total of $750.
It's not going to be nearly enough.
30 at 9x9?
I don't think so.
No, you're right. We would need like 130. Right?
Okay. Stick a 1 in front of it.
Yeah. So we just need to take out a loan to get 130, because in my cart currently is 2,550. Oh, sorry. Steve, I have news for you today. We are down. If you're interested in getting your very own your very own piece of the 2000 Michigan State Spartans National Championship floor from the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, there's only 102 left.
Ooh.
So we could do like half or like a wall. No, definitely not a wall, but like, well, we might be able to with everything around it. I mean, it's not going to sound really good in here anymore with 3 inches of wood hanging off of one of these walls. But I like where your head's at. We just need to finance, again, a little over $2,000.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get in on the ground level of a heck of an opportunity.
Yeah.
For us to redo the studio. Just send us all the money you have.
I am going to send you, looking around this website, which is, I didn't know this was a thing. I guess I'd seen it before, but I'd never actually looked at what a surplus store is. This store, Steve, is right up your alley. And I could see me sending you this link right now.
Okay.
And me getting a text in about 8 hours going,
so this is...
hey, you want to head to East Lansing for variety of scrap wood pieces, lot number 1? And if that one's not good enough, lot number 2?
Oh, this is not... Yeah, there's a website locally called RepoCast.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, I love RepoCast. It's all the most random garbage.
What would you pay today for a Miller-Matic 300 welder?
Miller-Matic 300. It depends. Is it MIG, TIG?
No answers. Next one. What about an economy industrial lift table? You could use one of those to lift things. Next. So what about a Just Right aerosol can benchtop cabinet?
Oh, I think, what size is that?
Next, a Uline 5 to 10 vertical cylinder cabinet.
Oh, that's a good piece of business.
This looks like a solid piece for any workshop. What about a Blue Metal Industrial mobile workbench? This has things on there that I could see you and me, just with different items on the website, strolling through there and being like, hey, you think it's worth it for the... I think you could do round trip there and back in $220.
I can't believe you skipped over the Whimsy Paper Ephemera Pack. 25 count.
Hey, man, I'm cooking, okay? We're on a lab glass flask, 500 mils. We've got a Microsoft Surface book. We've got, and now I'm back to the variety of scrap wood pieces, lot number 1. That's 5 days, 20 hours. What do you think we can get in on that?
I'd go $6 on that.
It's $50 starting. Who is paying $50 for scrap wood? I'm going to find something on here that can justify you and me making the trek to the MSU surplus store.
Okay.
Mostly so I can go buy another piece of that floor.
Save you $6.
It would. And honestly, the camaraderie, right? Because you're so opposed to it. Maybe we could learn you a card game on the way there.
Absolutely not. No. Whoa. My mic arm's falling apart. Sorry about that.
Speaking of junk.
Okay.
I have a question for you that I don't know if I should feel bad about or weird about. But then I realize that I'm simply an outsider who comes here once a week, so I don't really care.
Oh, yeah. You're OLI. Outside looking in.
So I want to ask you, have you put your brain to this thought in the last week or however long this has happened? Because 2 weeks ago on this podcast, we had a discussion pretty at length about you being, I mean, you brought it up and it was pretty outrageous. You were, I think you used the word disgusted, appalled.
I don't remember that.
Embarrassed?
No, that is not.
Offended?
Okay, those are a lot of words.
of your neighbors,
No.
former neighbors, legally your neighbors,
Yeah, I guess we're
but
kind of
physically not,
Yeah,
right? They
kind of
haven't been there for a while.
Yeah.
We talked about the neighbors that have that you ruined their shed in a.
I did not. My tree did.
Yeah, was your property represents you. I don't know.
Yeah,
That they had moved out a while ago. The saga was 2 weeks ago. You can go back and relive it.
Yeah.
To the
They're
point,
in the process of moving out.
Yes.
A very long process.
very long, to where there was a noticeable pile of stuff on the side of their house. You and I took a 30-second video. We went and patrolled it. Did you make any progress, by the way, before I get to the end of this, on that power wheel that you said you were going to try to snag for yourself?
I'll give you an update on that.
Okay. Because when I strolled in today and the pile of junk is gone.
Yeah, it is.
So I had a couple thoughts. One, yay, good. Like it feels like progress.
Yeah, cleaning up the neighborhood.
But then I started thinking, ruh-roh.
Is this your doing?
Someone listened to the podcast. and I don't think you know. So I'm not like, I don't know if I'm like putting that in your mind now, but I don't know if you knew before when they lived here, like, hey, I saw you, what's that weirdo in the Cavalier doing when he comes over every weekend, right? And then he talked about before this guy moved out.
Right.
So I don't know what you know if he listened to the podcast, but do you think it was just time?
I'm fairly confident that they did not listen to the podcast.
Oh, I'd love an answer.
But I did get a text the other day when I was at work.
Okay.
And Annette said, a dumpster is in the driveway next door. So they dropped one off one morning last week. And
I know for you, this is like twofold excitement.
I love a good dumpster.
Because
I love a good dumpster.
I already know. I'm wondering how you went about it, because I already know where this is leading. Did you just throw stuff in it, or did you craft a text to ask if you could throw stuff in it?
I'm pretty tempted. The thing is, though, I've done a pretty good job of purging everything out of our house that we don't need.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything big enough that would justify a dumpster.
I didn't know if you were waiting on something that's in the workshop and you're like, boy, I've had this and I don't know what to do. I can't put it in my regular plastic bin.
I can't say for sure that I don't have something.
Do you want me to go out there and help you figure out what we can throw away?
No, because I feel like there would be nothing left.
Hey, what's this big thing with 2 doors?
That's the Comanche.
Oh, yeah. It'll fit. We'll just go sideways.
So, yeah, the dumpster showed up, and then I think it showed up like on Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. And then when I got home from work yesterday, I noticed a bunch of cars in the driveway and a bunch of action out in the driveway. Whole family was there, just heaving stuff into the dumpster.
Now, did it seem aggressive when you drove by? Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of, do you think they heard you say when you drove, you were disgusted and appalled and embarrassed?
No, again,
and
that is not what
an
happened.
affront to the
That
neighborhood.
was, I believe, something you
Thank
said.
God they're gone. I was about to call the police, et cetera, et cetera. Was all this stuff you had said about it.
I thoroughly enjoyed the years that I lived next to my neighbors.
Sure. They were, so you, were they eyeballing you? You're like, oh, like as you drove by, like, oh, good.
We're cleaning it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry we weren't quick enough for you on my house. Because at the end of the day,
it's their house.
that is their house.
Yeah.
And every neighborhood has those. And this house is not and was not. I want it very clear. For whatever we joked about a couple weeks ago and you and I looked, that was an abnormality.
Yeah.
Of a pile of junk. Not an abnormality for you. We've talked about it on this podcast years ago. You had junk everywhere for years.
Yeah.
That people would come pick up.
It took us a couple of years to get on the straight and narrow.
A Cadillac scraping its rear end as it was carrying around 3 million pounds of vinyl fencing.
It was a town car.
So, did you get any update on the goings on? Because I feel like you'd be curious enough that if you were home when you saw us, you might, maybe sneak over there, hands in pocket. Hey, neighbors.
Well, so I turned into the Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I completely looked the other way.
Oh, no.
Pulled up my driveway, pulled into the garage, and closed the garage door because I was afraid to make eye contact.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
I thought you'd be curious.
And then I went upstairs and I snuck some peeks out of our bedroom window.
So you watched this sad family throwing away old belongings into a dumpster.
Yeah.
Through the slats of your blinds from the upstairs.
Exactly. I had the curtains open like 1 inch, and I just got my eyeball up to it. And of course, as soon as I look out, everybody turns whoop, and looks right at me.
Quick update to encourage our trip to East Lansing to go pick up anything.
Oh yeah, you find something.
Nike MSU football game pants, men's size 32. $3.17.
Oh, that's a good deal.
That is a good deal. And then I could walk around in football pants.
That could be your new thing.
So you run upstairs and hide. Not shame-filled.
No.
But, the regular type of hiding where you just want to kind of observe from a distance. A bit surprising for you, though. Because I don't know if tides are turning on this podcast. Because when this started, it was less than 2 years ago. You had a poster for a cul-de-sac fest with hay bales, and you're going to be renting cotton candy machines and jugglers on stilts.
Kyle, we talked about that with some of the neighbors in the last week.
It's most progress on it in 2 years. So, and now I'm the one making friends at concerts. I'm inviting you to poker, and you're guffawing me audibly.
I know.
And now you're hiding from a neighbor that I really felt like curiosity would have gotten the better of you during this exchange.
Yeah, curiosity did get the better of me, especially yesterday when I was at work, and I got a text from said neighbor who I hadn't heard from in months. And other
hey F face.
No, other than when I talked to him like a couple months ago when I ran into him, and I got a text from him out of the blue the other day or yesterday, whenever it was, and he said, "Hey man, hope everything's good. Did a dumpster happen to get dropped off at our house that you saw?" So I texted him back. I said, "Yeah, I think it was dropped off like yesterday morning or something." And then he replied and he said, "All right, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate the help." And I was so tempted to like continue the conversation, to be like, "So what's
the plan? Or where are you guys going?" Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to be that upfront, that needy with information.
I don't know if it's needy at this point. I mean, you've seen the guy twice in a year and a half, right?
Exactly. Since I've only seen him twice in a year and a half, it would be one thing if it was somebody that I saw every day or a couple times a week or whatever. You'd be, what's going on? But like, we're not close. So
sure,
that's not my business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to respect the privacy or respect whatever
by slinking upstairs and peeking through the slats of your blinds. And
I mean, it sounds weird when you say it like that. Slinking? I wasn't slinking.
I mean, if I asked Annette how you moved upstairs, and I gave her a couple of options: stomped, tromped, slinked, slunked. I 25% chance that I'm right here.
Yeah, maybe put that on the poll. Did Steve stomp, tromp, slink, or slunk?
I'll say, how did Steve move up the stairs?
Okay.
So when we looked through this pile of garbage 2 weeks ago, there's some things like pool floaties that were in the box still, but I'm assuming wherever they are now doesn't have a pool, or they just decided we've replaced our pool floaties, so these are going bye-bye. But what you had seen was the standout article of the junk pile.
Yeah.
And I feel really weird saying that. That feels like a real like Steve thing to say, right? Standout article of the junk pile. No offense.
I was about to take offense, and then I realized you're 100% right.
I think though, any good junk pile is going to have a standout article, and I don't think
sure. Yeah, I mean, even the biggest junkyard in the world has the nicest item.
Yes.
It doesn't mean it's nice. It just means in comparison to all the rest of it, it's the nicest.
Was a status unknown of some type of Power Wheel vehicle.
Yeah, it was like bigger than your standard Power Wheels. But it wasn't like a full-size quad or anything.
Right.
It was definitely a kid's toy.
Yep.
And it was out there, and I was like, dang. That's pretty nice. It's big. I mean, Nikki is very quickly outgrowing the Power Wheels.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice upgrade there.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that after I did not slink up the stairs to look out the window.
You may have slunked. You may have stomped. You may have tromped.
TBD based on the poll.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a Dr. Seuss book.
when I looked out the window, two of the boys, the sons from next door, one of them had the front bumper, one of them had the rear bumper in their hands, and they were doing the old like, all right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and heaved it into the dumpster. And I'd be lying if I haven't said to myself, I'll go pull that out of the dumpster, see if it works.
How many? This was yesterday, right?
This is yesterday.
So they were there removing the junk pile for a couple hours yesterday, heave-hoeing into a dumpster. How long was this? I mean, were they gone in the afternoon? Were they gone by the evening?
They were gone. I bet they were there because I saw them when I got home from work, probably around 1. Feel like they were there till about 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. So at this point, we're at, 14, well, at this point, almost 15, 18 hours where they've been gone. Presumably, they rented the dumpster for a short period of time to where they can, schedule a pickup. They might bring some stuff back over. So what I'm thinking is you and I have not long to act.
Are you going to be in on this?
Yes. What are they going to do to me? Recognize me?
So, after we finish recording this podcast, are we slunking across the neighborhood, across the grass? One of us is climbing into a dumpster.
I guess we're going to have to go over the top. No, this one, you would think it probably has one of those big handles in the front. Like, would it have a swinging open door?
Maybe the end opens.
Do we need to go investigate?
Why would they be heave-hoeing it then?
Do you think it's time for Annette to go take the dog for a walk and get a lay of the dumpster land?
I do.
Because they're not going to notice if this thing's gone. And at this point, the worst case, Steve, is they go, hey, was someone in our dumpster? Like I remember we threw like a kid's Power Wheel in there. And you say, nope, your garage is closed. They're moved out. They're never going to see it again.
See, the thing that I struggle with is, say we go and take it out of the dumpster and then find out best case scenario, it works, or it just, we need a new battery, we need to charge it, whatever.
Yeah.
And we get it working. Every time Nikki's driving around the cul-de-sac in that thing, I'm going to be nervous that the neighbors are going to come around the corner.
You think so? See, okay. And I don't blame you, but
I mean, maybe I just like spray painted a different color. Be like, no, this is, it's weird coincidence that the one you put in the dumpster is now gone. But then again, why would they be mad? They wouldn't be mad. I bet if I texted him and said like, hey man, I saw you had that thing. Can I grab it?
Yeah.
He would absolutely say yes. Because it's in a dumpster.
Yeah, he honestly couldn't care less at this point. There's no way he's interested in doing anything with that outside of having the dumpster picked up.
I could even one up it and say like, do you want money for it? I'll Venmo you for it.
Yeah,
I'll give you $50 next time.
I would offer $0.
I know
because
you
it's
would.
in the dumpster, and I think even you fake offering $50 is not needed.
Right, because my offer wouldn't really be genuine.
It's not. And if he said sure, Venmo me, then you're in the point where, well, I don't really want it that bad,
right?
And so you're just going to leave it in the dumpster, or take it and not give him money.
You are bringing up angles I hadn't even considered.
No, we're stealing. We have to steal it. We have to steal it.
Okay.
And it feels weird saying we're stealing it because it's from trash.
It's garbage.
But we're stealing this Power Wheel.
Question.
Yeah.
Does this make us any better than Rick, who came to my house for garbage?
God. I'll post that on the poll. Are we
as bad as Rick?
Are we as bad? Oh, boy. Well, that's, food for thought.
Yeah.
Huh.
Man.
Well, I don't live here, so I don't care.
Would you be willing to hide the contraband that we take out of the dumpster at your house for a couple weeks, months?
Yes.
Until
you have until Memorial Day. You have until Memorial Day.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's then ending up on your property one way or another.
I'm going to leave for work in the morning and back over it.
No, it'll be on your car.
You could have just told me.
Yeah.
There's no need to be this passive aggressive.
Some reason to prove a point there, and I don't know why. Okay, stay tuned because I think we need to do an investigation after we're done.
Okay,
and take a look and see if it's feasible because I think you and I, 90 seconds, ladder, hop in, one person lifts, the other person grabs, ladder out, we're gone. I think we can be out of there in 2 minutes.
I mean, again, we don't really need to rush.
I think there's some shame from your neighbors that you need to be concerned about here if anybody watches you do this.
Right. Plus, I like acting like we're in an action movie.
No question.
We're busting into the safe at the Bellagio.
Maybe we alert your neighbors, the ones that you like, and say, don't judge us. We're about to steal from a dumpster.
No. We just wear masks. All right. Well, hopefully an update on that next week. Maybe the following week. I guess we'll figure it out.
Stay tuned at Steve and Kyle, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky for the pictures of Steve's brand new Power Wheel.
Talk to you next week.